here's the order of operation that we're going to do when we do run the CNC. And you'll see we have to run in a particular order with those master files and those other files we created. Quick rundown. First you're going to zero the XY of your ShopBot, and you're going to zero to the spoiler board if your spoiler board hasn't been leveled already, because you need it to be very precise to cut the 0.1 millimeter copper layer. You're going to have the spoil board level. You're going to secure the PCB either using screws or tape or whatever. Re-zero your XY at the preferred cutting site, and you want to write this position down or make it a value that you can remember, because if you have to kill power for whatever reason, or you have the units wrong and the thing tracks off, you want to be able to get back to that spot and you can just start over. Okay. My case, I'm not going to be drilling on this adapter, but if you did, you'd install your drill bit, you'd re-zero that drill bit, and then you'd run your file. Then you do the same thing for the etch. You're going to install the bit, zero the bit, run your master file. That should create all four. Take it out, clean it up, install your cutout bit, re-zero it to the top, then cut your registration holes for both of them. First you're going to do the spoiler board, which goes deeper, and then you're going to do the shallower version, which I call PCB registration pins. You're going to put your registration pins in after you clean it out. You're going to then run the carrier outline. Make sure those registration pins are in before you run the carrier outline, or it's going to move unless you have tape down. After the carrier outline has been done, you can flip the PCB over. You can pry it up with a little screwdriver. Then you can reinstall your etch end mill, re-zero it, run the bottom isolation, take that out, install your 2.5 millimeter end mill again, so you can your cutout end mill, so you can now cut out the PCB itself. Re-zero it, run the cutout. So now everything's free. You should be able to take the whole carrier board out with your 4 adapters. You're going to cut them out with a scroll saw or any way you can, nippers, whatever you can get. Clean up the tabs on a belt sander by hand or a file or whatever you have, and inspect, and that should be everything you need. Okay. And here's the final product, and it took about 2 hours to do the routing.